It's Tilly and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing the 73 questions like from Vogue. I've been seeing this go around a lot on YouTube, well not a lot, but I just thought it was really cool. I would love to be on a Vogue magazine in my future. I'm really into modelling and like changing the stereotypical model look with these cool brand comms, showing everybody that they can actually be really cool and fashionable. I'm still waiting on my Vogue phone call. Come on Vogue, when's it gonna happen? But in the meantime, I'm gonna answer some of your questions which you didn't want, but I'm gonna do anyway. I do firstly want to address there's a lot of work going on like outside my house, like directly outside my house, and they're just drilling constantly. So yeah, I'm sorry if you hear that a lot. There's literally nothing I can do about it, and there's no other day I can film because I'm gonna be a little bit inactive because of some stuff going on in my life, some exciting filming and different things. Obviously I'm not allowed to say exactly what yet, otherwise I definitely would. But yeah, I'm really sorry if that's irritating. It's irritating me too, but we're just gonna have to deal with it. Now let's get on into answering 73 questions. Okay, so question number 1 is, what is your favorite time of day? And my favorite time of day is dusk. I love dusk so much, like driving at dusk. It's when like the sun's beginning to set. It's a really pretty time of day, and I get like a burst of energy from it. I think it's really pretty. Number 2 is, what is my biggest weakness? My biggest weakness is probably being a people pleaser, to be honest. I don't care what other people think of me at all, but I care to make other people feel good, if you know what I mean. So I always I'm a bit nervous and would rather not host things because I always feel like I need to be checking up, making sure they're having a good time. I feel like that's an extra sense of responsibility for me when it's really not, but it does like really get to me when I've got a host. I'm like stressing out about it, like, oh, what if they're not having a good time, what if they're bored? Like, it's so stressful for me, but that is something that I'm really trying to get rid of. Probably that. I'm definitely a people pleaser and I'm not proud of it. Okay, next we have is biggest strength, and I did kind of say that earlier. I do not care what people think of me whatsoever. I just don't care like about your negative opinions. No one's forcing you to stay on my page, so like if you don't like it, leave. You know what I mean? I never understand why people have to stick around and leave hate comments, because nobody's asking you to stay, so like just go. Next we have, what is the biggest learning experience I've ever had? I personally feel like the best learning experience ever is just traveling. Obviously skill's very important and that's where you get most of your learning from, but you just can't compare sitting in a classroom and reading about like history to actually going to a museum or going to the country where it happened, seeing a memorial. I always think like just traveling is such a great like educational form of education. I don't know. What's your idea of a perfect date? My idea of a perfect day is probably like just going to the cinema and like eating popcorn. I love going to the cinema or the theatre anyway, so that would probably be an ideal date, like a theatre or cinema experience. Probably not for a first date because you don't talk much, obviously you just watch the film, but it's not all about first dates, it's just the perfect date. And I just like to chill out and watch a movie, but I will probably stop crying in most movies. That's usually what happens. Next is one vice that you would want to give up, and to be honest, I didn't know what the term vice means, but I've googled it and it seems like a more like bad habit, and it talks more about like alcoholism and addiction, all this, but obviously I'm not addicted, so I'm just gonna class that as a bad habit. And I've got a really bad habit of full-on chewing on my lips. It's so bad. Like, I wake up with a new ulcer every day, and I take care of my mouth. Like, I brush twice a day. It's not a big deal. It's not like that. But whenever I get an ulcer, it's because I've like fell asleep chewing my tongue. I do feel like my tongue's a bit too big for my mouth, and my teeth are a bit too big for my lips. Does anybody else have this problem? Because I would wake up with like an ulcer here, 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 like each corner of my mouth, and I always get them on my tongue because I just fall asleep with chewing. It's painful and I really need to stop. I just sit and like eat my lips as well if I'm like bored. I don't know, it's a habit, it's really bad. So I would want to give that up. The next one is a great one, and it's a cause that is really important to you. if anyone knows me, it's pretty, like, I'm pretty sure you could tell, it's more about like equality. That's the most important cause for me. We had like the Black Lives Matter and everything. I just feel like everybody in the world should have a chance to just have a normal life and not be judged, and there's really not enough activism about that. So for me, the most important cause is equality, having everybody like have the same life. Like, it doesn't matter the color of the skin, it doesn't matter your sexuality, it doesn't matter if you're missing some hands, like, just live your life. I still can't believe that it's such a big issue in society, like, just to accept people. That really blows my mind, but that's probably it. The next one I really like, it's the best compliment you've ever received. And I love social media so much because I'm able to reach out to loads of people who are like me, and my ultimate goal is to just get people to love themselves and have confidence in themselves. So the best compliment I can ever receive is somebody like DMing me or send me a message, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, just saying, wow, you've given me so much confidence today, thank you so much. Like, that is my favorite message to ever receive. It always makes my day because that's what I'm trying to do. So the next one is, when are you most inspired? I know a lot of people say morning. I would probably say dusk, because we all know I love dusk. I get a bit of energy, and it's really annoying whenever I'm trying to go to sleep. I'll like feel the need to like sort out my life. I feel really motivated on mornings once I'm actually up, but it's just getting up. I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. Sweet or savory? For me, it's savory all the way. Like, I cannot imagine my life without like a good Sunday dinner. Every now and again, I could not eat like sweet food for every meal. What song can you listen to on repeat? Honestly, any One Direction song ever. My top 3 are Right Now. Right now, I wish you were here with me. I love that one. My second favourite is probably They Don't Know About Us. They don't know about the things we do. They don't know about the I love you. That one. Any One Direction fans, you know what I'm talking about. That is a great song as well. What one thing makes you smile the most? I would probably say my family. I love my family, and the other thing that really makes me happy is just seeing like random acts of kindness in the street and delivering my own random acts of kindness, because it's in the name. It's a random act of kindness. It's just really cute, and whenever I see that, or like videos of people doing that, or do it myself, that makes me really happy and want to smile. One thing people don't know about me. I think a lot of people think that since I do a lot online and media and traveling and stuff, that they don't think I have a great education, but I am very academically clever. I don't want to sound like, oh yeah, I'm so clever, but I am very like good academically. Like, I can get good grades. I do try really hard as well though. The next one is heels, flats or sneakers. Sneakers all the way. Trainers if you're from the UK, which I am, so yeah, I do love a good pair of trainers. Vintage or new? I would say new. I'm all about the future. Love the past. I love the vintage clothes as well, but I'm more about the future. 3 things you cannot live without. Okay, so number 1, my family. I love them. Number 2, my cats and my pets and my dog. So just my pets. And then number 3 is probably my well, not my car, I don't own a car, but my mum's car, because we would honestly be lost without a car. Window or aisle seat? I am a window seat all the way. Whenever I'm traveling, I'm always at the window. I just like looking out there. It's a bit boring if you're on the aisle, I think. Current TV character obsession. To be honest, I know we're in lockdown as well, but I just don't watch that much TV. I don't watch Netflix too much unless it's Stranger Things, then I'm there. But yeah, I haven't really been watching anything currently, so I can't really answer that one, sorry. Next we have leather or lace. Leather, of course, faux leather, not about killing animals, so faux leather for me. Most adventurous thing you've done? Probably go on a bush trip and waking up at like 4 AM to go and see animals. It was in like South Africa, so ages away, so that's probably the most adventurous thing I've done. How would you describe yourself in 3 words? I would say determined, friendly and bold. Not bald, bold. Current fave piece of clothing I own. I recently went on a little bit of a shopping spree because I've got stuff coming up. still secret, guys, sorry about it. But I recently bought like some flares. I bought 2 pairs of flares, so I got like zebra print ones and these like black with like orange tie-dye splats. I'm not doing it justice with my description, but they are really nice, and I do find that flares just make my leg look long, and my legs are so short. But yeah, the flares make my legs look as long as they possibly can, so that's why I like them. Next we have is a must-have clothing item for everybody to have. I would say fluffy socks. What is inspiring you in life right now? I would just say like just getting back to it, really. Obviously we've been literally hermit crabs for ages now. I don't even want to say a figure because I've got no clue. To me it feels like a year. But yeah, the fact that everyone's getting back, I feel like everybody just wants to try and make the most out of 2020 that they can, even though half the year's gone and we've all been stuck indoors. So yeah, just the fact that everyone's getting back to normal now, I want to make the most out of 2020 as possible because there's really not much of it left. This one is a great one, and it's what's the best piece of advice you've ever received? And for me, I used to have a motto when I was younger, like because I used to do a lot of things on TV and stuff and be in the media when I was really young, fundraising for my prosthetic arms, which I wear now, and used to wear a lot pricier ones in the past, so there was a lot of fundraising needed. And I would go up on stage and do different interviews and stuff, and people were always like, do you not get nervous? What the hell? You're like performing and doing things on like really big stages, talking to like the head CEOs of like media companies, and you don't get nervous? And I used to always just turn around and say, well, stressing gives you wrinkles. So yeah, I'm not about that life. Whereas recently, as I've got older, when I was younger, of course I was still really passionate, but you're younger, you don't really understand exactly what it is that you're doing, but it was still like all on my own back. I just wasn't as into it because I didn't fully understand everything. You know what I mean? You just don't understand as much when you're a kid. I used to have that motto and it didn't used to faze me as much, but now I'm a lot more passionate. I'm like, yes, I want to do this and this. When I'm doing things, I went through a phase of being really, I would start to get really stressed out about like how I wanted every single presentation, every single interview. I wanted to be fully prepared and I wanted everything to be perfect. I'm definitely a perfectionist, but I think it was like lockdown made me stop to do that and everything. And I just sat back and I was like, I've been so stressed this year. I probably gained a few wrinkles, and I was just like, you know what, no need. So the best advice I've ever received is just people saying, just have fun with it. Like, nothing's got to be perfect. I've got on my Instagram bio, like, born to be real, not perfect, and I need to follow that route in like career as well. Nothing has to be perfect. It needs to be really real. And the best advice I've ever received and had is that to just have fun with things. Like, that's the best thing you can do. Right, the next one is pet peeve. And I hope I don't really sound like just this awful control freak of a person, but we're sharing pet peeves. So my pet peeves is probably very uncommon. I hate it when people go like, when they yawn, but everyone yawns. I mean, I hate when people yawn and be like, like really exaggerate it. I don't know what it is. It really gets on my nerves. A lot of people just do it subconsciously, like they don't even realize they're doing it, and I don't know why I feel that way, but I just hate when people really exaggerate the fact that they're yawning. I don't know. Diamonds or pearls? I would say diamonds. Something you notice about people when you first meet them. I always get the vibe. I feel like you've always got to pay attention to your gut, how you feel about this person that's coming into your life. If you just don't get a good feeling about this person, don't let them in your life, because I mean, just in my experience, when I've trusted my gut, it turned out pretty well for me. Next is biggest regret, and to be honest, I don't have a regret. YOLO, living with no regrets. Yeah, I don't regret anything that's happened. What is heavily played on your music playlist right now? Again, One Direction. Probably. Can't get enough of them. Favorite board game? Well, my family isn't really a board game family, but if we do play board games, it's not like Monopoly or something like that. That takes far too long anyway. But it's more like fun, like uncommon games. So we got this one, I'm really sorry, I can't remember what it's called, but you basically had to like scratch a card and like sniff it, and you had to pass it around and guess what the smell was, and they had some awful smells like rotten cheese and everything like that, but you just had to guess what it was. And it's like more fun things like that rather than sit down and move a character around a board for ages. Oh, and the next question is guilty pleasure. To be honest, I'll probably say like just doing karaoke on my own at midnight. It happens a lot, happens far too much. It's probably that, but I don't really feel guilty about that. What book did you recently finish? I recently finished The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, I'm pretty sure. I definitely recommend. What book are you currently reading? I'm currently reading The School of Good and Evil. Who's it by? Suman Chainani? Yeah, Suman Chainani. How do you start your day? I always start my day with a smile. It sounds really cheesy, but I feel like if you wake up and you just think to yourself, yes, today's gonna be such a good day, it's much better than waking up and thinking, oh my gosh, I've got so much to do today, I'm really not looking forward to it, it's gonna be awful. Like, that's just not motivating at all. So if you're doing that, stop, because it's not doing you any justice. Fave holiday. I mean, it wasn't really a holiday. I was there on work, and then we had an excursion afterwards with all the motivational speakers who were speaking with me, but it was probably South Africa because we did a bush trip. I never thought I would get to do a bush trip, and it was really, really cool. It was amazing, so probably that. If you could raid one person's closet, who would it be? Probably, there's this YouTuber, I don't know if people have seen her, but she's got a TikTok account as well that I follow. She's called Nova Rose, and she's just got great fashion, to be honest, and I want to wear all her clothes and all her outfits. Or on the other hand, we've got Zendaya. Zendaya's always got like top fashion, so either Nova Rose or Zendaya. If you could switch lives with someone for a day, who would it be with? Probably Beyonce. Don't ask me why. She's just a boss lady. She's a queen. So probably her. I don't know. One thing you've always wanted to try but too scared to. I always feel like the idea of like skydiving. People always say that I've done it, that it's a lot of fun. I will probably never do it ever in my lifetime because it's scary. But if I did, I'll be really proud of myself. One thing you wish you knew at age 19. Obviously I'm 14. So I'm just gonna think what I hope I know at 19, and that is probably that not everyone's gonna like you. That's just life. Everyone's not gonna be like, oh my gosh, she's so amazing. Everyone's gonna be like, some people are gonna think you're hella annoying, and some people are gonna have really, really strong opinions and not agree with what you're talking about. But you need to know that you don't let other people's opinions get in the way of you achieving and campaigning for what you think is right. I think I already know that, but I hope I still know that when I'm 19. Besides your phone or wallet, what is a couple of must-have purse items? For me, that would be baby wipes. I don't have a kid, but they just come in handy. They come in so handy, like, I don't know, I can't think of a situation where you would need them, but whenever I'm out and about, I'm always like, I need a baby wipe, and it's never there. So baby wipes, lip gloss, and probably like some chewing gum or mints to keep your breath minty fresh. If you were not doing what you're doing now, what would you be doing? Probably owning my own cat cafe, to be honest. Yeah. What is something you can't do? Well, I can't bend my leg, so that's a big one. Where's the best vacation you've ever been? I would say, again, South Africa. I think this is the third time it's coming up. It wasn't a holiday, but it was like really cool experience. One city you've always dreamed of traveling to. My favorite city that I always wanted to visit when I was little was New York City. I have been there. I have a vlog on my channel. I'll put it up here, I think it is. But I've been there now and I can't wait to go again. I've got nothing planned to go back there, but I really hope to get back there soon because it's beautiful. It's just got such a nice vibe about it, you know what I mean? If you've ever been, you like feel the vibe. It just feels nice. So yeah, probably New York City, although I have been, but I want to go again. Something you always travel with. I always travel with some schoolwork. I'm homeschooled and it's really important for me to stay on top of work whilst doing traveling, so I'll always bring some schoolwork with me, and I'll always bring my laptop just to do like work on there as well. So yeah. Favorite food is a mashed potato. And my favorite dessert is cookie dough. Perfect, actual perfection, love it. Favorite snack, I would probably say either like a satsuma when they're really sour. I love when they're really sour, not like sweet and watery. I like them sour. Or sweet chili sensation crisps because they're beautiful. What is a movie that made you cry? Literally every single movie I've ever watched has made me cry at some point. It's so annoying. Like, I literally get to the point where I don't even want to sit and watch a movie with my family because I'll literally be sat there in the corner sobbing, and it's not even sad. Even if it's happy or if I'm excited, I'll just cry. What is your favourite movie of the last 5 years? The Greatest Showman, all the way. What's the one talent you wish you had? I was gonna say bend my leg, but that's not really a talent, is it? But I would say like just being able to run really, really fast and just be like really, really athletic. But like to run, I would need to fix my leg anyway, so you know, kill two birds with one stone. Okay, the next one is what's your favourite exercise? I don't do too much exercise. I really should do some more. It's really bad. Yeah, I solely rely on a high metabolism, so I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do when I'm older and that wears out. But my favourite thing to do to, like, I don't know, burn some carbs or whatever you call it, I literally have no idea, is probably just dancing. I dance all the time, do a bit of Just Dance, and that's always really fun. What's your favourite band? You guessed it, One Direction. Hey! What's your favourite fast food order? My favourite fast food restaurant is McDonald's over KFC. I'm just not too keen on KFC. For McDonald's, I will literally just get like a 6 chicken nugget meal. Very plain again, I'm really sorry, but that's what I get. What is something you don't want to be doing in 10 years? Well, something that I don't want to have to be doing is campaigning for equality. Hopefully in 10 years time, I'm going to be 24, and I don't know the chances of this coming true, but hopefully everybody will be accepting of one another. I won't have to do any campaigning for equality because it's already a thing, as it should have been like 100 years ago when the world was first formed, to be honest. But yeah. What is the cutest thing on planet Earth? Newborn kittens. What is the best thing that happened this year? Well, not a lot of great things has happened this year. I would say probably, like, at least with coronavirus is not a good thing, not at all, do not get me wrong, but like it has definitely strengthened the community everywhere. I think even like the global community have become a lot closer because we've had to. But I feel like in that sense it's been great for the world. It's not great for the world still, and it has been good for the environment as well. Like we've seen like the videos of the dolphins coming to the coast again, and it's all really happened because no one's been out there destroying the world. And I really need to cut back on my carbon footprint as well. It's very important. Next is, what's your favourite cocktail? I'm underage, but my favourite mocktail, like non-alcoholic cocktail that I get on holiday, is a San Francisco. Really nice. Which movie makes you laugh the hardest? Nothing really kind of sticks at me like, oh wow, that was such a funny movie. I like Jumanji. What do you usually eat for dinner? Anything my mom makes. What do you usually eat for lunch? Maybe like a wrap or sandwich, noodles. What do you usually eat for breakfast? I usually eat waffles with chocolate spread on it. Not the healthiest, but I like it. What's your favourite thing in the world? My family. What's your favourite colour? My favourite colour is red. What colour do you wear most? Probably red, to be honest. I do wear a lot of red, and I went like shopping and I've got a lot more red stuff. What are 3 words to describe living in the area that you're living in? Quite boring. Nothing really happens here. But it is cozy, and so boring, cozy, and green, I would say. I've got like a massive field literally on my doorstep, so yeah, it's very green and it's very fresh, and I love that about it. Do you like surprises? I actually don't. I really don't like surprises. I don't know what reaction, I never know what reaction people are like expecting or looking for. When a surprise, I'm always just like sat there, I don't know what to do with my face, I don't know what to say, so I'd rather just it like be planned out. I'm not a huge fan of surprises, just because I feel like there's an expectation on what I should do and how I should act, and I hate to like not deliver that, if you know what I mean. What's one thing you had to learn the hard way? That you can lose your hands at any moment in time. If you're ever feeling like not grateful or anything, you really need to always leave things on a positive note. Don't ever leave somebody on like bad terms, like an argument, because you never know what can happen the following day or even a couple of hours later. Like I nearly died in the space of 24 hours, so Obviously I didn't die, but I did have to learn that by experiencing that. So yeah, probably that. And now I always live each day to the fullest, because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow, and that's something I urge everybody else to understand and take on board in their own little life journeys. Who do you turn to when you're sad? I don't rely on a lot of support from other people. I'm very independent, so honestly, if I'm upset about something, I will sit for a minute, or like sit outside and like take a few deep breaths and give myself a pep talk to myself about it. If I'm really upset and I need like help with it, then I will go and see like my mum, my dad, like my grandparents, anything like that. But to be honest, I don't really like talking about my feelings too much. I don't feel any bad feelings, but I'd rather give myself therapy than get it from anybody else, if you know what I mean. But I don't really need therapy at all. It's not like you don't need to worry about it. What is a trend you would like to see disappear forever? Feeling quite offended, because on the blog that I'm reading, it says the other person responded with those ugly chunky platform sneakers, which I wear a lot. But whatever, I don't care, to be honest. The thing, I don't know, I'm not like too on board with trends. My mom definitely is. Like, she usually like predicts the trend before it's in, which is really weird. I actually really don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. What did you want to do with your life at age 12? I wanted to be an architect. And that's it. That's all the questions answered. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you were able to get to know me in some way. I'm not really sure, but I really enjoyed answering these questions. Vogue, if you're watching, I'm ready and waiting for your phone call. I'm here for it. Like, I'm gonna say yes. You don't even need to worry. Yeah, contact me. Anyway, make sure to like, comment and subscribe if you liked the video. Leave any video suggestions down below. As I said, I'm going to be away for a little bit, so I think it's going to be like maybe 2 videos that I'm gonna miss. Just know I'm doing exciting things. Yeah, just leave any video suggestions below so that I can come back to and really brainstorm on what videos that I can push out for you guys to make up for it. But make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you all whenever I upload the next video. Bye.